I was young, healthy, active, non-smoking, non-drinking, normal cholesterol male, just like this guy. Well, maybe not just like this guy, but I had no risk factors. Stroke was so far from my mind, it didn't even register on my things to be concerned about. And yet it happened. You know, I never climbed Mount Everest. I never won a Super Bowl. I never won an Olympic gold medal. And I guarantee you'll never see my face on a box of Wheaties. These are all spectacular achievements. March 27, 2008 was a great day for me. I turned 51 the day before, and I just closed a big deal, bringing me over my goal for the quarter. After work, I played squash for an hour, went home, had a fantastic dinner, and talked with my family about a short vacation that was coming up. Can you relate to the picture I'm painting? I didn't think life could get much better. We felt we had the most important things to a happy life. We had close friends. We came from happy families. Our house was filled with laughter. And we knew that God had blessed us with many gifts. I went to bed that night happy, healthy, and without the slightest inkling that every part of our lives was about to be put to the test in a dramatic way. I was told I was surrounded by doctors when my wife arrived at the hospital. He told her I was having a stroke. See those white spots in the scans? Those spots are dead brain. Be happy you don't have that. Both my carotid arteries had dissected here and here. Think of a plastic straw that is bent and cracked, and you'll have a general idea what a dissected artery looks like. All those cracks formed blood clots and sent them to my brain.
And I can't even remember everything that she said to me, but she was saying that, I need you to be thinking about decisions that you may have to make, depending on how the surgery goes. And she would say, and she said some different things that had this implication that it was going to be, do I pull the plug or do I not pull the plug? Is really what the implication was. Am I going to be the one that has to decide if my husband lives or not? I didn't realize, I was really thinking more about life or death. I wasn't really thinking about organ donation. I was thinking more that she's going to ask me to pull the plug. Well, Rachel said to me after the lady left and things kind of calmed down, she goes, Mom, what are you going to do? Thinking, my 14-year-old girl has to ask me if I'm going to pull the plug on my husband. And I said to her, what do you think Dad would want? And she said, if he's going to be stuck in a bed, she said, I don't think he wants to live that way. And I said, I think you're right. I said, and that's all we talked about.
When Jill came into the room, I started to vaguely remember, but it was still as if I was seeing her for the very first time. I've forgotten a lot of things, but I won't forget that moment. I thought, she was absolutely beautiful. Way to go, me, I thought. I soon realized that no sensible person climbs mountains by themselves. My Everest was also Jill's Everest. My challenges were no more daunting than hers. Mine were physical and intellectual. Hers were emotional and practical. But we're in it together. For hours, day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. We worked as a team, going through the exercises left by my therapist. Nothing came back on its own. Each success had to be earned. Every positive response gave us something to build on. We celebrated the tiniest improvement and encouraged each other through the dry spells. Life isn't about falling down. It's about getting up. As I stand up once again and look in the mirror, I see a very different person. I see a man who has more compassion and less judgment, less swagger and more humility. I see a man blessed with a family who loves him, no matter what he looks like or sounds like. A man with tried and true friends who are cheering for me to succeed. I feel joy in the morning and thankfulness in the evening. Who can fail who has these things?